abolitionist opinions of slavery. In 1827, Samuel Cornish and John B. Westworm started the first African-American periodical called the Freedom's Journal. Freedom's Journal initiated the trend of African-American papers throughout the United States to fight for liberation and rights, and demonstrate racial pride and inform readers of events affecting the African-American community. Unfortunately, because African Americans and very few white abolitionists could financially support the paper, it ended its circulation in 1830. So as African Americans migrated from fields to urban centers, virtually very large city with a significant African American population soon had African American newspapers. So examples were the Chicago Defender, Detroit Tribune, the Pittsburgh Courier, and the New York Amsterdam News. While it was certainly important for African American newspapers to report the news of the day, it was not their primary purpose. Most cities already had daily newspapers that were aimed to the general public. The idea of an African American newspaper was to give African Americans the news through the lens of their own eyes. So in addition, from a social standpoint, these newspapers were a source of pride for the African American community and a focal point for African Americans to stick together and fight the constant oppression they were under. So Freedom's Journal was the first African American owned and operated newspaper published in the United States. Published weekly in New York City from the 16th of March, 1827 to 28th of March of 1829. The journal was edited by John Westworm and co-editor Samuel Cornish. The editors, Cornish and Westworm, used Freedom's Journal to oppose the other racist newspapers in New York City and in order to publicly protest their current treatment. However, Cornish and Westworm's objective for Freedom's Journal did not only concern racism against African Americans, but also involved the autonomy and identity of African Americans in society. They wanted to strengthen the bonds in the small African American communities. So in conclusion, Freedom's Journal provided international, national, and regional information on current events and contained editorials declaiming slavery, lynching, and other injustices. The journal also published biographies of prominent African Americans and listings of births, deaths, and marriages in the African American community in New York. Freedom's Journal circulated in 11 states, the District of Columbia, Haiti, Europe, and Canada. Freedom's Journal had many articles or information such as worldwide news and many job listings and announcements on housing, weddings, and funerals. This helped Blacks become more aware of